Alright, before going on the air here for this particular video, I was looking at our injured list. Take a look at this. We got 6 players on our injured list. We got one guy that's on the 15-day injured list who's like out for the whole year. Yoel Ramirez torn labrum. And then we got a couple of dudes that are on the 10-day injured list. John Birdie torn calf forearm. They should be back soon. Hopefully, then we got 3 guys on the bench. It's on the bench, not on the injured list. At least 2 bunt hits in the next couple of games.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Yeah, I'm not a base stealer, coach. Alright, so we got the Cleveland Indians coming up here. Six stolen bases. I don't know why it said 8 on the stats tracker there on the screen, but what on the dugout screen, but whatever. We got to deal with Mike Clevenger. Ooh.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Teddy Stankiewicz gets the starting nod for the M's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
All right, runner at second, 2 out.
One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut
That's
anybody
23
down.
stolen bases, 92% success rate.
He's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better.
All right, nice. There's a hit in the left, and with all that speed, he is going to score.
The tag of Flowers safe at the plate.
Just got in there.
They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big. Yeah.
All right, now we're down 4-1. That's not good.
And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Okay, I think those 92 RBIs, I would have been going into this game because that single was my 93rd RBI of the year, and that one dies at the wall. Alright.
Into the box now, number 32.
Alright, still down 4-1, bottom of the 6th.
So far.
There's 2 out.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
This is foul right side. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the inning.
Alright, down 7-1 in the 9th.
He went down on strikes last time up.
There's 1 out.
Here comes the first pitch. Good downward action there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, I know he's aware he can't tie the game with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's just trying to excite the boys and get one on the board.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Hey, we got 1.
And the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Pitch on the way.
Come on, big guy, see it, drive it, right here.
And
Full
that
count.
misses there, so he runs the count full now. There's Kyle Seager in the on-deck circle. We'll see him next. And he
Ball
misses.
4. Alright, so we drew a walk.
Yeah, and they know this is going to be a tough stretch on the road. To win the first game of a series has got to feel pretty good. Something to build.
I wasn't even in a position to be able to bunt. That's not my fault. Actually, probably is partially my fault for accepting that challenge.
Set for another edition of George Kirby, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting
And lesson learned: don't accept a bunting challenge when it's not part of your game. Anyway, down 1-0, bottom of the first, runner at second. Just 2 outs though.
He's going to have to do a much better job. Keep traffic off the bases. Keep the walks down.
Is that Alex Smith that's on base for us again? Let me see. No, it's Hanniger that's at second. Okay.
Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
ready with the 1-0. Looking at his lifetime numbers, number 32 is slugging over 600. That's an elite level if you're not already aware, so he's got to be dealt with very carefully by opposing arms. 2 balls and a strike to the Mariners' first
Shane
baseman.
Bieber.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one.
These are the same CP generated names for the umpires as last year, I think. They didn't change them. You couldn't even get real life umpires either.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over.
Alright, we're up 2-1 in the fourth.
32 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he takes ball 1.
Your pitch right here. Let's go, kid.
Popped up.
We're going to be 0 for 2.
Is underneath this one.
Got it.
And he puts it away for the first down.
Down by a run now in the
Next will be the
6th.
cleanup hitter, number 32. And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award. And that finds some outfield grass.
Yeah, that bunting challenge I failed last game. The first plate appearance, there was a guy at second base, and that was it. Then the other ones, there was nobody on. So that didn't even give me a chance to bunt at all.
Plate number 32.
Alright, we're up 5-4 at the bottom of the 7th, 2 out. Bases loaded.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now this is on the ground.
Oh, that's off his glove.
Maybe
And we made it. And the run scores also, so 6-4.
from third.
And we win.
Baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so before
So you're
games,
not winning 9-4.
teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup. Jonathan Loizaga will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series.
0-2, 9-3-1 ERA, 9-2 for teams over 3 starts. So he's only gone maybe about 3 innings to start. That's not good.
He has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good.
Okay, oh, there's a nice loud single. Start things off here in this one.
Go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now we're down 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Oh, but I could tie it. I could tie it.
Here we go. One time, right now.
First
Let's
pitch
go.
coming. Here it is. Now this is hit high and deep out to left.
Ah!
Track, and he'll put this one away.
Hey, one way.
Down 8-0 in the 6th.
Number 32.
Yeah, this team sucks.
American League Player of the Month. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded down the third baseline.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good rip on it, huh?
0-1, here it comes. Swing and a miss, that one tied him up. Haggerty, base runner at first with 1 out. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2.
Hey, here we go.
0-2 count and the pitch.
I'm not giving up on Seattle, though. I'm going to stay as long as I can. Hopefully, unless I get traded, which would be which hopefully won't happen. But if it does happen, then that's out of my hand. Now we're down 10-0 in the 8th.
Number 32. Stay hit.
Standing in now, number 32, hit in the air out to center field.
And that's going to die at the wall.
Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 10-2, the final in this game.
Wow, Cleveland just flat out destroyed us this game.
An early lead in the first and never looked back.
We lose to Aaron Savali. Like, how the hell does that work? Alright, well, let's see who we have next. 2 games at home against the Mets. Mets have lost 5 in a row. Good record though, 70-50. I think we won that last game against the Indians in that series, which I didn't play apparently. Facing Noah Syndergaard.
This evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball.
Right, 55 and 64.
Tonight we've got Daniel de los Santos, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, it just goes
1-0 bottom of the first. Nice.
Today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one.
Get an early lead.
Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little
That went flying.
long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
The 2-1 home. Haggerty at second. Henniger at first with no outs.
And stay hot now.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
I think Syndergaard might walk me here.
We'll see him next. And the sinker.
No, he struck me out.
Strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Well, I'm glad we get a
Struck me out looking. Alright, we're up 3-0 in the third.
Now, number 32, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Conforto is there to put it away for out.
Alright, now 3-1 games for us in the 5th.
Now the Mariners cleanup hitter, number 32. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And a possible double play ball here for Rosario. McNeil's got it for 1.
Oh, that was so
Just
close.
like that, this side is retired. Ready for another shot now. Number 32.
Alright, we're 5-1 in the 7th. New pitcher for the Mets.
Writing is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
There's strike 2 as the slider hits the outside corner. So
I gotta take my
sliders
chances.
for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Nope.
Back-to-back really good sliders. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw another one right here.
I go 0 for 4. We win though.
5-1 the final score.
5-1. So the Mets losing streak
On the first and
continues.
never looked back.
For the victorious Seattle Mariners. 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors.
Alright, second game of this 2-game set.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the New York Teddy Stankiewicz, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. And please, Zach, what do you...
Oh, I'm facing Stroman.
Game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to. With
Mets have a big lead
he's not
in
known
the NL
for
East, so I
going
guess this
very
losing
deep
streak's
innings.
not
Very
bothering me too
rarely
much.
does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. With runners in scoring position this season, number 32 is hitting over 350.
Ah!
High 300s.
His batting average right now certainly sick.
Now batting, number 32, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Line toward right center.
Oh!
Dive, but it's off his glove.
Alright, well that moves the runner over to third.
So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
There we go. Alright, no, still no score, bottom of the 5th.
1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1.
2 down here.
Well, Haggerty's got good speed over there.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. The 1-0. Hot shot on the ground is short. A dive.
They're not going to get him there, and they're not going to get me. That's first. That's going to be an infield single with 2 out. Alright, tie game, bottom of the 8th.
So digging in now, number 32. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Aiming for that outside corner, but just missing 2-0. Seawald has compiled over 65 innings of work, and in that time he's allowed just barely over a base runner per inning, which of course is very good.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Alright, 3 for 4.
So the base hit puts the first man aboard to start the inning.
Alright, we got a singler in the bottom of the 8th. And they're going to take me out for a pinch runner. We lost. So the Mets losing streak ends.
Feels like a million years ago since
They scored 4 in the 9th. Like, wow. Indians again. Alright, well, we're playing Toronto after that.